looking after a woman who is GBS positive. That's group B strep. So that means she has bacteria in her vagina, which could cause infection and stuff with baby, and it can be dangerous. But what we do is we give a woman antibiotics in labor. Basically in labor to help with that. But I do need to do some more reading on that, to be honest. But yeah, it's going well so far. I was working with someone new today, so I felt a bit uneasy coming into shift, but it's going well. I'm learning so much and working with someone who's so nice. So we took handover, we went in to say hello to the lady, I done her observations, her blood pressure and everything, whilst the midwife went to go and set up her antibiotics. But I wanted to learn how to do it, so I done her observations quickly, then went to join the midwife. When we came back in the room, and basically at the trust I work at, they give 1.5 milligrams of benzyl penicillin, and this goes into a 50 ml bag of saline, but basically it comes in batches of 1.2. Other trusts do 1.2, but we do 1.5 here, just because they found that ladies are larger these days, so ladies are bigger, so they need more of it. So yeah, it was a bit techie, like calculating how much to put in the bag of saline. But it went well, went back into the room. I can't set up IVs yet, but hopefully in a few weeks or so I'll be able to do it with the midwife. See what else happened. I changed her pads. She had meconium stained glycol, which we knew about, but because she has a stand clip in, we are observing baby, and baby's fine, no decelerations, no nothing. So we then conducted a vaginal examination for her, and with that there's so much to remember. So you have to remember the presentation of baby, the position, if there's kappa, if there's molding, the station, and for me it's quite difficult. But I did it. I couldn't feel any cervix, so in my head she's 10 centimeters fully dilated. I'm trying to feel the fontanelles of baby's head to see what position baby's in. Baby's obviously cephalic, but I mean no, that's presentation, yeah, position, which is like OA, OP, all of that. Is it anterior, posterior, all of that. But I felt like there's kappa, like there's swelling on the baby's head, so I couldn't feel it properly. And she conducted the VE after me, and she said that there's molding, which is basically when the parts of the skull start to go on top of each other. So it's difficult to tell, but she was able to tell what position baby was in. She said baby is transverse, and when she done the examination, I saw her put her hand up way higher than I did, and the woman did have the epidural, so I could have, but even still, like, you're thinking about her and the woman, or how do you feel if it was you. But I do need to take my time more on the examinations and go higher and make sure I feel everything. So as she was fully dilated, we changed position for passive descent. So we put her in the throne position with her sitting upright. Later on, we got her peanut ball to open up her pelvis. But as she was sitting in the throne position, the midwife told her to put her knees in. And I was so happy and glad she did that, because everyone says open your legs. But if your knees in, you're opening up the pelvic outlet. So that is opening up the pelvis for the baby to come down. But if you have your legs open, it doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah, so now it's just a waiting game and going in to do her observations, check if she's okay, make her comfortable, change her pads. We're waiting a bit, and then we will start with pushing, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. Hey guys, so okay, a lot to say. So we went in and went ahead with pushing, and before that I spoke to the lady about how we're gonna be pushing with her contractions, and that I want to see her contracting, all the energy reserved, and pushing at least three times with each contraction, holding, pushing for as long as she can and everything. What else did we talk about? I asked her about third stage of labor, so how she would like placenta to come, whether physiological, which is completely natural, within an hour, or active, which is an injection of symptometrin within 30 minutes, and that would help the uterus contract, and she wanted the injection. I also asked her about whether she would like baby to have vitamin K, and I explained to her this is to help baby's blood clot, and she also wanted vitamin K for baby. So we did all of that, and we started with the pushing, and her pushes were so good. With her pushing, she was opening her bowels, but that's a good sign. It means that she was doing the right thing, pushing in the right direction. So opening up her bowels, we could see some, obviously her waters have broken, but we could see some liquid. At times it was urine, at times it was just glycol that was meconium stained. Yeah, and we started to see like gaping and stuff, so we knew that she's doing the right thing. Her pushes were really good, and she was looking at the monitor. She couldn't really feel because of the epidural, but looking at the monitor was helping her to know when to push. But I was palpating her abdomen at the top of the fundus, and basically when it gets hard, that was telling me that she had a contraction. So one thing I think that really helped was changing position. So she was in a throne position, she was on all fours position, she was on her left, she was on her right. So we kept changing positions to make sure baby is really moving down. And then the midwife inserted 2 fingers and just asked her to push against her fingers with that contraction. And she was like, baby's head is just here. So it's really been helping. So our last position was just her on her side with one leg raised up. And eventually with her amazing pushes, baby's head came, and I was like, oh my gosh, like it just brought back that, because I'm so used to it now, but it brought back that love and that like awe, like wow, this is crazy, this was inside you. So baby's head came, but baby's head was out for quite a while. I felt around the neck. Oh, I forgot to say that I was using warm compress. Did I tell you that I examined her as well? I may have forgotten so much stuff, but today was amazing because I got to do so much. But I was using warm compress during the contracting and pushing stages, and then yeah, I was guarding the perineum with, that's what the midwives told me to do, with my hand and holding on to baby's head. And yeah, baby's head was out, and then 3 whole minutes passed by, no contraction, baby's head was there, and we saw baby's head like literally go like purplish, bluish. No contraction, no nothing, no cord was around baby's neck, but the heart rate was dropping, and we pressed the help bell thing, and nobody came. So then we pressed the emergency bell, and those people came, and the midwife had thought it's a shoulder dystocia, just because like the head was not coming out, like it felt like it was stuck. Everyone came in the room, we put her on her bottom, put her in McRobert's position, and baby came out just like that. And I had my gloves on, and the midwife delivered the baby, one of the midwives who came in. So yeah, anyway, it burns, but it's alright, it's fine. And I'm glad that baby's okay, and postnatal care has been amazing. I did all the baby checks, baby's fine, I weighed baby. They were so excited and so happy because they had a girl, and their whole family is boys, so it was really nice. I gave baby vitamin K, I gave mum Sintimetrin, I delivered the placenta, and I assessed the vagina for any tears, and it's the first time I had done that before, and I could literally see the grazes and kind of understand what was there. But the internal structures of the vagina, I don't understand it completely. Yeah, I'm like, what's this? But yeah, all in all, it's been good. The main thing for today is that I know how to look after a woman who is GBS positive in labour, and who also has meconium stained glyca and the epidural. So it's quite a bit of work today, but labour care is more important than the number, if that makes sense. It would have been helpful for me because I'm in 3rd year and I need a lot more numbers, but it's fine, it will come. Even maybe today I've got a few hours left. Yeah, so what else? What was I going to say? So baby is on observations. So I've done baby's first set of obs and probably do another one. So the observations are for the group B strep and for meconium stained glyca. So that's just taking baby's heart rate, respiratory rate, and temperature. Respiratory rate is baby's breathing, heart rate is using this stethoscope, putting it on the heart, and temperature is temperature. There's a thermometer probe for that. Guys, I thought I finished the vlog, but I just wanted to mention a bit more on the perineum. So I checked whether the perineum was basically the perineal assessment after birth, checking if there were any tears or anything, and it comes with practice. This was actually my first time, but basically first degree tear is just skin, and second degree can be like, second degree is actually automatically when it's muscle. So she actually didn't tear any skin, which I'm happy about. I don't know if that means my perineal support was good, or it's just her skin, but she didn't tear any skin by God's grace, but some of her muscle had teared. And basically I was putting the parts together and I saw grazes, and then I saw the tear at the bottom, but it's hard to know what it is because it just looks like a bloody mess, to be honest. As in actually bloody, not that I'm saying bloody mess. Yeah, so checking over that, and then I actually put my finger into the back passage and then my finger on the vagina. So if it was to meet together, of course she's got a higher degree tear. I can't remember if it's third or fourth, but that, of course, it didn't meet together. I was just seeing the thickness of the vaginal wall, and it was quite thick, and my fingers did meet, so all was fine. It met as in between the wall I felt my other finger, so that was all cool. Regarding advice for me for next time, I asked her and she said that just go for it. I show a lot of initiative, so keep going for it. But for me, next time, if that ever happens again where someone is delivering the baby, my hand is going on top of their hands, or I'm saying, can I have it, or let me do it, because that was a birth lost. But it's okay, I might have another birth. I've got about a few hours, 2-3 hours before I finish, so let's see.